A science-based approach is vital for effective advancements. Diagnosis is not a discrete or limited process. The chemistry building is still open during vacation. The television output is giving evident educational programming. I spent my time really studying human beings. But they haven't come to widespread use yet. In market, short-time thought often lead to disaster. Most of the strategies are in a preclinical state. Quantitative and temporal parameters of food consumption were used. We developed a method for evaluation of dynamic changes. It provides an opportunity to work with other disciplines. Hypothetically, insufficient mastery in the areas slows future progress. The investigation aims to establish stains of the problem. It's important to keep this medicine in the fridge. Chapter 1 provides the historical background to the topic. Storytelling is a common teaching technique in many countries. Folk tales are passed orally from generation to generation. You need to be careful when quoting internet source. My satisfaction was complete when she looked at me. You can pay using cash or a credit card. The largest department in this university is History Department. Before choosing your university course, you should consider your career. This process has enabled the rational identification of core machinery. There has been a rapid growth in the commercial market. Some methods for clinical applications have been presented as well. It is easy to provide the definition of the world. You can download all lecture handouts from the course website. His academic supervisor called in to see him last night. The new professor used to work in a World Bank. There is a position available for assistant lecturer for mathematics. Many medical volunteers no longer have access to medical literature. Would you pass the material textbook on the table? University students pay a lot of money for their education. The politics combine both the legislative and the political authorities. The website interface represents the stimulus that influence consumers' decision-making. This essay examined the use of computer in the science classroom. Genetic and biochemical analyses have generated a detailed portfolio of mechanisms. The aim of the work presented could be formulated as follows. The university will introduce several new courses in the coming year. In our campus, prospective students have access to 13 college libraries. You need to give a better example to support your argument. Once more, under the pressure of economic necessity, practice outstripped theory. The well-known economist was supposed to reread the subscription before 8. You can retake the module if your marks are too low. Students who selected 2 to 3 courses may need an extension. The program will be shown on the television during the weekend. He told me it was the most important assignment of all. It is good for the environment, also good for your bill. A key feature in drug development is examination of the pharmacological effects. The current and conventional method has many disadvantages, including the side effects. Students are not allowed to take the journal out of the library. The lecture management in Japan will take place in the week 7. Is hypothesis on black hole as rendered moot as explanation of explanations? Meeting with mentors can be scheduled for students who require additional support. Politicians can make better decisions if they listen to the public opinion. The problem with this is that it fails to answer the basic question. Higher fees cause the student to look more critically at what universities offer. One of the hardest things about starting university is finding your way around. There is absolutely no archaeological evidence to prove that Alexander the Great existed. 100 years ago, Albert Einstein first published his theory of general relativity. During the second term, you are supposed to submit 1 essay per week. The gap between the rich and the poor was not decreased rapidly as expected. Proteins constitute at least 30% of the total mass of all living organism. The chief industries are weaving, leather making, dyeing, and working in iron and pottery. People with active lifestyles are less likely to die early or have major illnesses. There is a limited amount of departmental funding which is available for qualified students. I am pleased to report that many topics have been involved in this lecture. The search for universal explanations plays an important role in the development of archaeological theory. Please sort and order the slides of the presentation according to topic and speech time. I expect a long and stagnant debate for a week or 2 on this issue. It is good for the environment and also good for your electricity bill. The office opens on Wednesday and Thursday. Talented people do special marketing. I'm glad that you've got it. Junk food's popularity relies on marketing. The doctor was not here today. Adults need to have more sleeping time. Cellular engineering strategies are highly desirable. Company exists for money, not for society. Students can share their foods at noon. Tom doesn't watch TV except on Saturdays. Tom suggested another plan to the committee. Children are not allowed in the chemical labs. Fish is for sport, meat is for surviving. He started his tutorial presentation right on time. His tone tonight was nothing short of jealousy. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. It is acknowledged that his work is groundbreaking. Students can put their lectures on the website. The library is closed for Monday and Thursday. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions. For writing bibliography, you need to use italic fonts. If you have a question, ask me by email. She doesn't pay much attention to how she dresses. The chief economist has radical ideas for the economy. The college welcomes students from all over the world. The professor plans to discuss these issues this evening. We must not be discouraged by setbacks in life. You can get a student card at the reception. I would never feed my dog with commercial dog food.